How about, is this better? Much better. My spacesuit voice, if I was playing Starfield, maybe, but I guess you could do it with the Space Dwarfs too, but I don't feel like doing that. I'd have to explain on YouTube. The few people that watch these videos, I had to explain it to them. It wasn't my fault. It was nothing wrong with my mic. It was OBS. I sound normally boring. Thank you, Jeff. Anyway, hello, everybody in chat. Food Cruels, Jeff, Desperador, Hurricane, Tiger, Lurkers, other people. Did I miss anybody? Probably did, but I'm sorry. You're not sorry. I sound normally boring. It explains a lot, actually. Anyway, stream schedule. Today we're going to do some Deep Rock Galactic, mainly because normally this would be Celasta Day, but Hobo is unfortunately unable to make it today, so we don't do Celasta unless all four of us are available, so that's what we're doing today. Space Dwarves. Kind of in a theme, right? Dwarves, whatever. Tomorrow, though, we'll be back to Starfield, continuing on with that. And then Sunday is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, where the first half of the stream is campaign stuff with Gimpy the Dwarven Crusader Angel. See? Dwarf. Second half of the stream is the Treasure of the Midnight Isles DLC with Viewer Group 9. And funny enough, Gimpy is a member of Viewer Group 9 as a Dwarven Cleric. So there's a little theme going on, I think, for the next few days. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. Well, Monday we'll probably do Master of Magic. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll probably do the same thing we did this week with a mixture between some Starfield and Baldur's Gate 3. We still have to finish up. Next Friday, we should be back to Celasta normal schedule. Also, hey, Veronica, when is the monthly giveaway?
Saturday and Sunday, September 16th and 17th are the monthly giveaways for September. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching, and... Oh, do we need to do this, Jeff? But we should do it anyway. Hey, Veronica, who is your favorite pet?
Not you.
She doesn't like me.
I tell you what to do and you never listen. What kind of a pet does not listen to their master?
She doesn't like me. I don't know why. Anyway. Oh, and Ring, I went back and listened to... Or was it... No, sorry, Ring's not here. I was for some reason I thought Food Cruels was Ring, but that's not true. The reason I was interested in Ring is because yesterday, during the Baldur's Gate stream, there was an audio hiccup. That's about the third hour mark or so. And if he's not listening, but if he does, there was an audio glitch. It lasted for about 3 to 5 seconds, roughly. I didn't time it exactly. So he was not hearing things. I didn't hear it. And after he brought it up in chat, I went and listened to the stream live, and I didn't hear anything wrong because the glitch only lasted for like 3 or 5 seconds, but I was able to find it in the recording. So he wasn't losing his mind, and, it was there. Not a big deal. Again, it only lasted for a couple of seconds, and it corrected itself, whatever it was. I think it was just a glitch, and I don't even know what it was exactly, because on my end, for the game stuff, I didn't hear anything wrong, and there was no disconnection in the stream or anything like that, so it was just some type of glitch between Baldur's Gate and OBS some kind. Yeah, it was just a little bit of a desync. I mean, it was weird. It was a desync that I haven't heard before, because it didn't really affect the game, right? Everything, it looks like it's fine. But the audio is messed up for like 3 or 5 seconds. It's like the character that was talking at the time, it sounded like he was going through a stroke almost. That's what it kind of reminded me of. He was having a stroke of some kind, but he didn't in game. Cause like I said, I didn't hear it while I was playing. I didn't notice anything wrong. So it was just some type of desync between the game and OBS, or OBS and Twitch, something. So it happens from time to time, but again, it didn't last long enough to be an issue. So anyway, that was yesterday. What else? Oh, are we going to have dog cam today? I don't know. Mrs. Gimpy is still here, and I don't know if we're having dog cam or not. I kind of hope we do, because Rocket keeps coming in here and he's hugging my chair, the the chair. You know, it's got the 5 little legs at the bottom with rollers. And Rocket loves coming in here, and he likes laying between. Basically, he gets, you know, the legs form these V's right underneath the chair, and he likes to lay inside the V. And it makes it really hard to move the chair when he does that. I can't actually move it. I have to wake him up and move him around and that kind of stuff. And I don't like to do that because, you know, he's sleeping, he's resting. And his new thing within the last 2 or 3 days is he sleeps in the little V, and then he kind of like hugs the wheel at the end of the arm or the leg. He sticks both legs underneath. He sticks one leg out to the outside of the wheel, and he sticks the other one underneath the leg and goes on the other side of the wheel. So he's almost like he's hugging it, which makes it really difficult to move the chair without rolling over him, which I've managed to avoid so far, and I'd like to continue that. And what we really need to do is design this little bumper that goes around the base of the chair so that he can't get so close. But yeah. You should try casting Misty Step on him or me. Because ideally it would be on him to get him out of the way completely so I could actually move the chair. Because if I cast it on me, I still have to come back. See, this is the problem. It's not only do I have to move the chair or get past him getting out of the chair, but I have to get past him coming back into the chair, which we ran into just before the stream was supposed to start. I had to get up and go get my water and stuff, and luckily I looked down and he's hugging the wheel, and I went, shit. So we almost had a late starting stream there, but he didn't appreciate me moving him because I didn't have the time to be subtle and try to not roll over his legs. So I had to actually wake him up and move him. Otherwise, it would have taken too long. But anyway, I did the monthly giveaway thing, right? Yes. No, we didn't. Did I? Yes, we did. We did that monthly giveaway. So anyway, monthly giveaway this weekend, tomorrow actually, and Sunday, giving away a $25 Steam gift card, lucky person, blah, blah, blah. Get any questions about how the giveaways work, feel free to ask. Cruelly pushing dogs around. Hey, they're little dogs. This is a discussion Mrs. Gimpy and I have on a regular basis because our couch, you know, the dogs like laying on the couch. They can't get up there on their own anymore, but so if they're up there, that means they've been put there by someone, not always me, but usually her. But it's funny is the way a lot of the times it works is I'll sit down on the couch, she's up doing something in the kitchen or somewhere else, like playing The Sims or whatever, and I'll sit on the couch, and Mickey will come up and he just sits there and he stares at me. He wants up on the couch too, so I pick him up, and instead of laying next to me, he goes to the other side of the couch to his spot. It's his spot where he lays down. It also happens to be the area that Mrs. Gimpy likes to sit. And if you notice, I did not use the words her spot because it is not her spot. It is his spot. And she has not come to accept this position yet. In the last 16 years, this is the way it's worked. I sit on one side, Mickey goes on the other, and Rocket usually goes in between. And that's usually the way it works, is I come in, I sit, Mickey wants up, he goes to the far end, and Rocket comes over, he wants up, he lays in the middle. So Mrs. Gimpy finally comes out and she just stands there in front of all 3 of us with her hands out going, where am I supposed to sit? And I just look at her and I go, where do you think you're supposed to sit? She looks at me and she goes, I'm not sitting on the floor. And I go, I'm pretty sure you are. So that's it. And this is a regular occurrence. And then she gets upset at me and I go, you know, they are small dogs. You can just pick him up and move him to where you want him to be so you can sit down. She goes, I don't want to do that. And I go, well, then you're sitting on the floor. Or you need to have a discussion with him. And good luck with that because he doesn't speak English and they're deaf now. So good luck with that. And then I go back to do whatever I was doing, which is usually watching TV or reading something. So... But again, that's a very, very regular occurrence. And this happens on all pieces of furniture, or even the floor sometimes too. When she likes to do her crafting stuff in the middle of the living room because it gives her more room to play around with. Instead of working on a table, she just puts everything on the floor and blah, blah, blah. She's like a friggin' octopus the way she does stuff. She just reaches out and grabs things. It's funny. But she does that. And then she gets upset at the dogs when they come walking through all her stuff, which is great. Which I laugh every time I see it. It's hilarious. She's got all her stuff spread out. and she's working on something, and one of the dogs will come walking through, and they don't care. They just walk right through the middle of her stuff, and they trail stuff around the living room and the rest of the house because it gets picked up in their hair or whatever it is. So she'll learn one of these days. No, she won't. She hasn't yet. She never will. Anyway, enough of that. If she ever hears this, I will probably never hear the end of it, but she would never listens. It's a glorious mess. It's hilarious. Well, the funny part is after this happens, right? She works on her crafting stuff for like a couple hours or whatever. And then sometime after dinner or something, which is hours later, you'll see one of the dogs walking around. They've got crafting stuff in their hair. How they got there, who knows? But they've been walking around with it in their hair for hours, and it's hilarious. So that. In other news, did everybody see that MechWarr 5 Clans was announced earlier today by Russ Bullock and I think other people maybe, but Russ Bullock of PGI finally announced MechWarr 5 Clans
for 2024.
Is it 2024? I didn't even look for a date, but what is that? MechWarr 5 it's a video game. We run around giant robots. The clans are a particular faction or group of factions in the BattleTech universe where MechWarr 5 takes place. Now with more clams, yes. Clams with special oyster sauces. But they're going to in a broadsword dropship, so they're making the broadsword, that's a clan ship. It's a DLC. No, it's going to be a separate game. It's going to be its own game. It's in a sense, it's essentially a DLC because it's the same engine. I'm sure they're going to be using the same models from the Inner Sphere type stuff. Everything that's in MechWarr 5 now is more than likely going to be in the MechWarr 5 Clans game. So they're going to be recycling, art assets and that kind of fun stuff. Probably sounds and everything else, which makes sense because that's instead of having to make a whole new game from scratch, all they're really doing is adding more models and some special effects and probably some voices maybe and storylines. So how big of a game it's going to be, who knows? Because the only thing they put out today was a little 45-second trailer with no real info. It's just a Timberwolf, which is a Mad Cat in Inner Sphere speak, which is just one of the mechs and just there's stuff going on. They zoom out a little bit, and there's a Timberwolf. So that was the trailer. So no real info there. So
there's also an article from PC Magazine.
Oh, is there an article?
It's about 3 or 4 pages long.
Okay. Wonder how the mechs and salvage work. We won't want those dirty ass mechs. I know. Yeah, Clan Smoke Jaguar. It looks like that's what the storyline is going to be based around. Broadsword is a dropship currently in MechWarr 5. It's an Inner Sphere dropship. What the hell is it called? Jaguar? No, that's not right. I always forget the name of it.
What, the Clan? Clan Smoke Jaguar?
No. The name of the dropship. Oh, the Leopard. Oh, the Leopard dropship. Yes, but the clan dropship they're going to be introducing in MechWarr 5 mechs or clans is the Broadsword, which is a new dropship. How different it's going to look on the inside will be interesting. Probably not a whole lot, I would think. Yeah, but we'll see. Clan version with 5 bays, 2 each side, 1 to the front. Oh, that's right, because they do their 5 mechs, not 4.
A star.
An actual star. That'll be interesting to see how that works. See how many mechs run into each other and shoot each other in the back. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll see what it does. And go from there. But again, not coming out until next year. I know it was a 45-second trailer. I went, yeah, this is about what we expected. So, but we'll see. Anyway, just want to point out that I did call it months ago that's what was going to be the name of the game, MechWarr 5. Well, actually, to be honest, I said it was going to be MechWarr 5, the clans, not just clans. So, close enough. But we knew, that wasn't a hard guess. But yeah. Anyway, that's that. So, look forward to playing that maybe. Probably, I'm going to go with probably 6 months away. We'd be probably the soonest it comes out is 6 months, knowing PGI's pace on how they do stuff. I'm going to give them probably 6 months before we actually see that game, more than likely. So, First quarter? I would say end of the first quarter at the earliest. Can
They still have-
With a delay to start time around Gamescom next year, so August.
August. I would say second quarter. I'm pretty much second quarter, mainly because all they're really, I mean, the only new stuff they're really going to be putting in is the models, and they have those models already through MechWarr Online, so it's just a matter of, you know, getting them moved over. I mean, how much work is actually involved there? I don't know, but there's a fair amount. It depends on how many mechs they're going to put into the first game, because you know they're going to want to milk it for DLCs and stuff, so they're not going to put everything in. You know that. So I'm going to say they're probably just going to put in, you know, mechs that are, you know, known for being Smoke Jaguar's favorites, that kind of deal. So you know you're going to see the Timberwolf. You know you're going to see probably Dire Wolves and the Mad Dog, of course, and same stuff we saw in MechWarr Online for the first four. It's going to be Timberwolf, Direwolf, Mad Dog, and Summoner. And then after that, they'll probably throw in what else? Was it Summoner? The Loki? Yeah, the Lokis are going to put in there too. Kid Foxes? Oh yeah, Kid Foxes. What's the other one? The other small mech. The one that looks like
Mislinks?
No, not the Mislinks. The one that looks like a small direwolf. Shit. No, not the Firemoth. Not the
I think it
Koshi.
starts with an A. 1 second, let me. I don't know.
The Adder? No, it's not the Adder.
Stormcrow, Warhawk.
Oh, the Warhawks are going to be in there. You know that. The Kit Fox. No, wait a minute. We said Kit Fox, didn't we?
I said Kid Fox.
You said Cougar. No, not the Cougar. I wouldn't expect to see the Cougar. They could put the Cougar in. Like I said, all these models exist in MechWarr Online, so they could throw them all in there. But you know, they have to milk the DLC stuff. So again, you're going to see the main ones. They're probably going to put in maybe 8 to a dozen, 8 to a dozen mechs. Yeah, I would say 8 to a dozen.
Get the Otter, Cougars.
No, the Adder was the light was. I actually did name the Adder. I think the Adder is the one I'm thinking of. The one that the first, what was it, 6? That came out for MechWarr Online. I think it was 6, somewhere around there. What other ones? There's a Jack. Stormcrow, yeah, Stormcrow is going to be in there. What's the other one? What's the other big one? Isn't there a Ebon Jaguar? That's probably going to be in there because I'm sure the Ebon Jaguar is going to be a favorite. We'd have to go through and see what Clan Jaguar's favorite mechs are. I would expect PGI to do their homework there and put in the right ones. Ebon Jaguar is a Smoke Jaguar, so I would expect that one to definitely be there. And the Timberwolf is going to be there. Otherwise, people are going to, you know, revolt and go up to Vancouver and burn down the city if they don't have Timberwolves. So, you know, those guys are going to be in there.
I would be so happy if you would implement a real Butchall bidding system, so, you know, not go in every time with 500 tons. Maybe 3 max and only mediums. And no customization, because that's not what Clanners do. They switch between Omni versions, not pull this gun out to this one in. No.
Yeah, the thing is the first thing you're going to hear from people are, we don't care about the lore. We want to do whatever we want. And that'll be modded in within the first day. If it's before even the first day is over, it'll be modded in, because that's the community. I know what you're saying is right, and I don't disagree. I actually agree with you a lot on that one, because I would much more be happier if they stuck more to the lore than to just catering to the power gamer type stuff. Because customizing is great, but there's a reason why the clans are the way they are. There's an actual story behind that, and there's reasons why they do what they do, and it's not because they actually, you know, fight with honor and all this, or at least their perception of honor. And, you know, there's reasons why they do what they do. And so they don't walk around with the best and the brightest all the time. They're trying to challenge themselves. And, you know, the thing is, they're not going to
their reserves, the safe materials, go in with only what they need.
Right. And bring in your best pilots to keep your best equipment, you know, good, you know. Oh, Mrs. Gimpy is leaving. Where are you going? Rocket is not in here. He got tired of me moving him around, so I didn't roll on top of him. Hey, do you want everybody to hear this? Or do you want me to mute it? It's funny. I'm talking to her, and she knows I'm streaming. And then she starts to sit down, and she starts telling me where she's going to go. And she's giving me the whole story of why she's going there. I go, do you want everybody to hear this? So, yeah. Anyway.
I mean, a cool compromise would be, yeah, we can pull that one single gun out and put another one in. We have to rewire it. It will take us 3 days. Oh, you want to switch from Omnipods A to B? We have it by afternoon.
Right, and that's the purpose behind the Omnipods, is to do exactly that. They can get, change out their weapon loads more efficiently, and, they have what they need ready to go if they need it. And if they don't need it, they put in whatever's best and go with that. So, the Omnipods make sense. But again, the question is how much is PGI gonna stick to the lore? We'll see. I mean, we've got time, but I wouldn't expect him to do too much, to be honest, because that would require too much effort. So, if they do it, great, but we're talking about more work on their end, and I don't really expect them to do a whole lot, because they're going to be throwing in as many models as they can. They got to play with different weapon systems that currently aren't in the game. So we'll see. Anyway, are we ready to play with some dwarves?
Yeah, 2 more brighter things. Let's celebrate Oktoberfest.
I don't have any beer.
Some Wurstbeer.
Best Wurstbier.